I grew up under fluorescent lights, the kind that hum softly and never let the dark fully leave. Night after night, I watched my mother push a mop across hospital floors that never truly slept, her reflection stretching and breaking on polished tiles. While other children went home after school, I did my homework in a break room that smelled of disinfectant and cold coffee. Doctors passed by in white coats, voices confident, steps assured, and I learned early who the world chose to see and who it trained itself to ignore. Even then, something heavy settled in my chest, the knowledge that invisibility could become a life sentence if you let it. I used to watch my mother scrub operating rooms with the same care surgeons used on patients, yet no one ever thanked her. She worked through the night, slept a few hours at dawn, then left again for a second job, her body slowly bending under the weight of survival. I saw the cracks in her hands before I understood the cracks in the system. I didn't dream of becoming a doctor because of passion or prestige. I dreamed of it because I wanted to matter. I wanted my mother to matter. I wanted a world where people like her weren't treated like shadows. School tried to remind me where I came from and where I was expected to stay. My high school was falling apart, just like the futures it quietly predicted for us. Counselors told me to be realistic, to aim lower, to choose paths that matched my background instead of my hunger. Their words didn't crush me, they sharpened me. While my mother cleaned hospital floors, I studied medical journals left behind, memorizing anatomy under flickering lights, teaching myself a language I wasn't supposed to speak. Rejection became familiar long before acceptance ever did. College applications drained the little money I saved, and rejection letters arrived like confirmation of everyone else's low expectations. When one school finally said yes, it came wrapped in loans and fear, but also possibility. I watched my mother cry over that letter, torn between pride and terror, knowing the debt could bury us both. Still, she told me to go. She always believed the future was worth suffering for, even if she wouldn't get to live in it. College was loneliness disguised as opportunity. I arrived with one suitcase and a constant ache of not belonging, surrounded by students who spoke fluently about privilege I didn't know existed. I worked until exhaustion became normal, sending money home while studying until my eyes burned. I wasn't smarter than anyone else, but I was desperate in a way they couldn't afford to be. Hunger became my advantage, and I used it without mercy. Medical school didn't soften that feeling, it sharpened it again. Wearing a white coat for the first time felt like theft, like I was impersonating someone important. My classmates spoke of research trips and family legacies while I spoke the quiet language of survival. But when I met patients who looked like my mother, who sounded like my neighbors, something shifted. I understood them instinctively. I didn't rush them. I didn't talk over them. I saw them because I had been them. Residency broke me in ways I didn't know were possible. I cried alone, doubted myself, and carried the weight of lives balanced on thin decisions. And then my mother became a patient, lying in a hospital bed after years of neglecting her own health so she could keep working. Holding her hand felt like closing a circle that had been open my entire life. She looked at me with pride, and for the first time, I understood that none of this had ever been about proving others wrong. It was about honoring her sacrifice. Now I walk the same hospital halls she once cleaned, but I don't walk past anyone. I greet janitors by name. I sit longer with patients who are used to being rushed. I mentor students who think they don't belong, because I know exactly how heavy that lie can be. Sometimes I see a child doing homework in a break room, eyes full of impossible dreams, and I sit beside them. I tell them the truth: the world rarely offers that. Where you start doesn't decide how far you're allowed to go. This isn't a story about success. It's a story about refusing to stay invisible. It's about dark hallways, quiet sacrifices, and the kind of love that cleans floors so someone else can wear a white coat. And every time I walk these halls, I remember exactly who I am and whose shoulders I stand on.